Hi everybody, we're going to finish up the last little bit of assignment 2-2. This is the easiest part, the part where we display the information from the state of Pennsylvania as a whole. But you notice I just said we're going to display Pennsylvania, and yet here I am zoomed in on Pittsburgh. Why is that? Well, a couple things I forgot to mention in my last video that are important. First, if you didn't remember to save your file, now would be a good time to do that. So put it in your Chapter 2 folder if you don't want to lose it. Second, students in my class, I want you to take this image and put it into a Word document with your other Chapter 1 and 2 files. So same thing as before, export map, and you're going to save it as a JPEG file. You can save it as that, it doesn't really matter because you're just going to insert it into your Word file. Insert picture. Alright, there it is. I want to make it a little bit bigger, something easy to read. But there you go, it's in your file. And then you want to hit a couple enters, and then at the bottom you want to put in your Pennsylvania map. But back to this. The other thing is, the city of Pittsburgh, in case you didn't know this, has what is consistently voted the nicest baseball stadium in the country, and they even have a winning baseball team playing there. So Pittsburgh is conveniently located within 500 miles of about half the nation's population. If you were living in, say, Buffalo, you'd be less than a 4-hour drive from this gorgeous view on a nice, pleasant spring or summer day. Just an idea. But okay. Back to Pennsylvania. We're going to look at the state of Pennsylvania. So let's go to the, we're going to go to the full view here. Okay, this does not look as exciting as Pittsburgh now. All we got is a sea of blue here. So what do we need to do for Pennsylvania? All we need to do is label the counties and have graduated colors for the population by tracts. So the counties, first of all, we want to be able to see through them. So how do we do that? We make it a hollow fill. We also want to see their, well here, let me show you what happens if we don't do this. We'll go to point 4. Okay, so now the borders blend in with all the borders of all these census tracts. So what we really want to do is make this super dark. So let's say a width of 2. We also want to make sure it's on top. If it's on bottom, that doesn't show through. So we have to make this the top layer. Now, the tracts. Oh wait, first we have to label the counties. This should be old hat to you by now. Labels. Label all features in this layer. Name. The other thing we want to do is add a halo to it. So same thing that we did for the city of Pittsburgh. We go into Edit Symbol. We go to Mask. Click on Halo. We'll do the same size halo, same color. The lightest gray here. Hit OK. I think we'll be OK with the 8-point font. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so now for the tracks, we're going to do the same thing, this age 5 through 17 group, the school age group. Also, this should say, you might want to change these labels. Something like that. Alright, so you can't just change that color. We want to make this graduated colors, just like the block groups in Pittsburgh. We want to make these tracks pretty much the same deal here. Quantities, graduated colors. So by value, by the age 5 through 17. Let's choose a different color ramp since we used red for Pittsburgh. This blue one, that's pretty nice. The teal one's a little bit flashy. So we probably want to stay with a single color for this because this gets awfully confusing when you have multiple different colors. So we already used red. What about, I don't know if I really like that one all that much. Can I just pick the same one twice in a row? Yes. What about this green one? That's a little bit bright. How about we just go with this, that blue one go? There we go. This is pretty nice. Alright, and so again, you can play around with this. I think this looks like a fairly reasonable breakdown. We'll hit this, see what happens. Okay, that blue is a little bit bright. It's a little bit grating in my eyes. So two things I noticed. One is the color of the blue, the shading is a little bit bright, a little bit flashy at me. The second thing is, in the most densely populated areas here in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, I can't actually see the population of these census tracts because all I can see is the outlines of them. So first let's change this color. Let's find something a little bit more subdued. Is this going to be just as bright? I think so. Oh, well, that's a little bit better. Alright, well, you can play around with that. You can find something you like better. The other thing is, I want to take these borders off of, not the fill color. I want to have no borders on these things. So, or actually, I should just do this, I guess. Alright, so now I can actually see a little bit here, the colors in these areas, rather than just seeing nothing but gray. Okay, so remember to save the document there, and then we're going to export this map. And we're going to save that as, well, let's, as a JPEG. Alright, now we're going to go back to our document, insert this picture, maybe make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's check our checklist and see if we got everything. Okay, so the Pennsylvania map, shaded by census tract population. Pennsylvania map down here. Yep, we got different shades. County outlines are the top layer. Yep, we can see the county outlines. Those are nice and dark. The names of counties are there with a halo around them. Yep, we can see all the names of the counties with a halo. So those are all full credit. Alright, the Pittsburgh map, shaded by census block group population. So we can see this is shaded. I still don't like the way that I shaded this. Hopefully you found a better way to get a few that are a little bit darker here. But they are indeed shaded. The outlines of the neighborhoods. So yes, we can see that the outlines are there. And they're darker than the census block group outlines. The names of the neighborhoods plus halos. So yes, we can see the names, and yes, they have halos around them. The low enrollment schools are on the map. So yes, so there are 7 of them. So actually I'm going to change this here. 7 low enrollment schools. So yes, that's there. And then the other schools. So yes, we can see that the other schools are on there. So that's something that I required from my class that your instructor might not have asked of you if you're not in my class. Okay, so once again, I got 100% on the assignment. Hopefully you did too. For my class, I want one document, everything that's in chapters 1 and 2. Please have your first name as the first part of the document title, and then what chapters you are in as the second part, chapters 1 and 2. And then you can lay it out. So assignment 1-1, you should have the table and the US map. On the next page, remember Control-Enter puts a page break in there. We should have the map zoomed in on Aaron Street and the crime reports there. Assignment 2-1, on the next page, you should have the map of Pittsburgh with the different private and public schools that are different colors. And then the final page, we want the map of Pittsburgh and the map of Pennsylvania shaded in. And that should all be in one document. Save that document, and then email it to me, and you're done, and you're ready to move on to the next assignment. All right, so I'll see you all next time on This Day in Maps.